What if I told you I can guarantee that you would be a millionaire, and not just a millionaire, but a multimillionaire? Then I would listen up closely so we can walk through this process. This is not about get rich quick. This is about winning at this game of money and finance. And that's where, to be honest with you, people F it up all the time because they want to get rich quick. So here we go. Number one, pay yourself first. So what does that even mean? I want to treat savings and investing like a bill. You have to pay all your other bills. So let's start treating this one as a bill as well. Ideally, you can do 20% off the top. If you cannot do 20% off the top, then start with 5% or 10% or 15%, whatever it might be. Then if you start off with 5 or 10%, you start off when you're 20 years old, you're going to win. Ideally, if you're older, someone like myself, you might have to do 25 or 30 or 40%. So you're going to have to figure these out. But promise yourself that when you do get that next raise, or you do make more money, or when you do get that car loan or that credit card paid off, that money can now go to your savings and investing and not go into other spending for another thing, okay? Because the things are great when you're older and you can pay cash for them. They suck when you just payment after payment after payment and you start to feel these pressures when that stress and anxiety is building up because you've spent money that you don't have yet. But the number one thing you got to do is you got to pay yourself first. Every other bill comes, treat this one like a bill as well. Savings, invest, pay yourself first. Okay, number two, if you're someone who gets a regular paycheck, you need to automate it. Payday comes. Money automatically goes to your emergency fund. Money automatically goes to your 401k or your retirement account. If you own a house, ideally your money automatically is getting to that house payment, making it paid. And maybe you're paying $100, $300, $500 a month extra on the principal, especially if you're someone who has a high interest rate. And it makes life so much easier because you just set it, you forget it. And over time, slowly, especially at first, it starts to build up. Number three, look at your bank statements, look at your credit card statements, and whatever that thing is that you spend $10 a day on, $20 a day on, or maybe you need to dial back the trips a little bit. Figure out where this extra money is going so that you can use it to save and invest, okay? Number four, you've got to leverage compound interest. And the best way to leverage compound interest is to start young, start early, and let the time horizon win for you. If you go to my favorite thing, which is an investment calculator or a retirement calculator, and see the difference of when you start young versus when you start older, the game is so much easier if you start young. It is amazing what that head start will do for you. So you just have to understand, leverage that time, leverage that compounding, and let the long-term win for you. The next one is you've got to use pre-tax retirement accounts. So that's one of those things where if you make $1, you get to take that whole dollar and put it into your 401k. And not only do you get to keep the whole dollar, you're not paying tax on it now, but you also typically get some sort of match from the company that you work for. You now have $2 in a long-term investment account. And yes, in the future, when you go to pull it out, you'll pay tax 20, 30, 40 years down the road, and that's okay. But then you can also do a Roth IRA, which is you make that dollar, pay the tax now, and let it build up as well. And then you'll have non-taxable income in the future as well. So I think people should do both. And then we can have that argument 30 or 40 years from now and say, which was better? Let's have both, and then we'll win on both fronts, okay? The next one is, you got to have an emergency fund. How big? It's up to you. I'm more conservative, so I tend to have a bigger emergency fund than most. I have one for my business. I have one for my personal life. I have one for my investment portfolios where I have rental property, so I need to have money there in case things come up. You've got to have some cash reserves. I don't care what Grant Cardone and other people saying about cash just sitting there is wasting time. You can put it in a high yield savings account. There's ways to make it so that it's not losing value. You don't want inflation eating up your savings account, but it's something you have to have, okay? The next one is if you do have any debts, anything with high interest, those need to go ASAP. We want to pay the debt down automatically. So make sure automatic payments are set up, and let's try to get those debts gone as quickly as possible. Here's another one, real estate. That is another one of those slow and steady things. And the cool part is if you bought a house when you're 30 and you owned it free and clear when you're 60, or ideally you paid it off sooner, your living expenses would be so much cheaper than if you were still renting. And here's the kicker that makes all of this work, is you have to live below your means. Doesn't mean you can't go buy a new car now, but it's nice to be able to do those things with actual cash and not borrowing at high interest rates to do those things, okay? Pay yourself first, do all the saving and investing, have no debt, live on the difference. I promise you, you will be in such a great financial position, and all that stress and anxiety completely goes away. Because it's not about trying to find something that's going to earn me crazy returns. It's about using time and compounding over the long period of time to be able to win at this game. And it's really that simple. So if you're a young person in your 20s and 30s, for sure, you should be able to win at this game. And if you're someone who's more my age, maybe you have some assets and some retirement accounts. Maybe it's not as big as you would like. Maybe you have some debts you don't want. There might be some things we have to do differently. And we can talk about the best ways to start working on getting those things done. But I promise you, if you follow what we talked about right here, and you also just don't go into debt, I promise you, you will win at this game. So hopefully that's helpful. Thanks for watching, and check out other videos we got on the channel, and we'll see you next time.